number of middle school athletes. A growing number of middle school athletes are tapping into the redshirt trend in delaying their start to high school. Our senior national correspondent, William Lajeunesse, is live from our West Coast newsroom. We're all interested to hear this. William?
So, Sandra, did your parents ever say, you better get your grades up, little lady, or you're going to repeat 8th grade? Well, now some 13-year-olds are doing it by choice, hoping to get into a better school, a bigger scholarship, or more NIL money.
I play baseball because I love the game, but it's cool to know that if I do what I love, I'll get a little bit of money out of it.
Carter Cancelleri is attending 8th grade a second time by choice.
It's given him an extra year to work on both his academic skills and his athletic skills.
15-year-old Carter is part of a growing trend of young athletes reclassing.
It's for students that are currently in 8th grade, and they get an additional year of middle school to delay their start of high school. Once you start high school, you have a 4-year clock, academically and athletically.
Michael Hatcher started the Elite Performance Academy at a public middle school in Orange County, California.
Kids can come in person and have access to 2 separate classes. One is a speed and agility class, and also a strength and power class.
After losing students to private schools, Hatcher decided to give parents what they wanted.
I'm witnessing more people doing it and doing it wrong, to be honest, or doing it loudly.
Consultant Shanae Howard offers families a reality check.
It's a 1% chance for them to go D1. 1%. For D2, 1%.
Of 8 million high school students in sports, only 7% will play in college. So far, 10 students signed up for Hatcher's Performance Academy. But across town, enrollment at this private sports program is booming. It's not cheap. Parents pay thousands a year at schools like this, but believe the investment is worth it.
Hopefully when I get to the MLB and I'm making a lot more money than $50K, I'll be able to pay him back.
Well worth it. I would do it again in a heartbeat.
So skeptics say, given the odds of making it a D1 or any college sports, kids are better off concentrate, most of them, on academics. On the other hand, Sandra, right, the #1 pick in this year's NBA draft, expected anyway, did 8th grade twice. So the point is, there are options out there for parents who want it. Back to you.
I have so much to say. I feel like people at home probably have so much to say as well. No, I mean, William, this is something parents everywhere are talking about, they're dealing with, and this progression of kids, and you've got these kids being held back, and all of a sudden you've got, 12-inch height differentials with 7th and 8th graders. It's nuts. I just
All right, guys, welcome to the channel. It's Coach Bryan Turner, and I'm here at you again with another episode of the Bryan Turner Basketball Podcast. So, as we just saw, an upward trend, I guess, now hitting America. But for those that know, especially, I like how they started off with the topic of the show was pertaining to MLB students who are being held back for an extra 8th grade year or a red shirt middle school year. And as we know, folks that's in the basketball space, this has been going on for years, especially when you think of situations like prep schools, when you think of situations like even red shirting at the college level. So this is something that, I mean, it's been going on for, well, when I was playing, when I was around, a couple of my college buddies had went to prep school. A couple of my college buddies had did an extra year of what we would consider red shirt, where you will practice all year with the team, travel with the team, work out with the team, but you just don't play. So you don't get in-game experience, but you still get your, well, at the time it was 4 years to play And then obviously at the college level, it's going to take about 5 years for you to get through with some type of degree, some type of program. So the red shirt at the college level is not nothing that's strange. I actually like the red shirt at the college level. Well, back then when it benefited a lot of college programs to be able to stash some of your top players away, especially kids who you knew that were going to have an upside, but at the same time, you might have had maybe some seniors or some juniors that were kind of in the way. And then you kind of talk to those players into redshirting when they, develop their body, develop their strength at 18, 19, 20 years old. Now you're starting to reap the benefits of it with your college program. But now in the days of NIL, in the days of transferring pretty much every year, a lot of schools are going away from that, because why would they invest in a kid not playing, practicing all year, getting them ready for them to transfer to another school? It's kind of insane. But just looking at this article, or looking at this this clip and doing my reaction to it, the first thing that stood out for me is they led with the baseball. They led with baseball into thinking that, hey, this is something that's a new trend, but it's been going on in basketball for years. And then when you throw in the international players, where the international guys I would think have an advantage, because at the high school level, these guys are able to practice, be with their club teams for the majority of the day, work on classes, but then go right back to their academies and their particular teams, and these basketball academies. Where in America, I mean, we have to go to high school. We have to make the grades. We have to stay eligible in order to participate. And then you also have state governing bodies, the MISHAs, the Illinois state bodies, the Kansas bodies, the NFHS, basically umbrella that's over a lot of these associations at the state level. They have rules. They have rules on eligibility. So it's kind of one of those things where is the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, I think everybody has to take a look at their kid individually and see, not just athletically, but just overall, are they ready? Are they ready to move up to compete with teenagers? Are they ready to move up and compete with guys that are serious about playing ball at the next level? And if they are, I mean, I don't see a problem with holding with kids back, but I'm gonna put a misnomer out there, right? It's on a case-by-case basis. You have a lot of kids that are young. You have a lot of young 8th graders. You have a lot of young 7th graders. You have a lot of young kids that are in schools, in spaces, just based on, being mature, being bright, but they're young. Would you jeopardize the social aspect of that child, holding them back, maybe being ridiculed by friends and classmates and teammates, and saying, hey, he's a super duper senior just because he's being held back? Again, you have to look at it by a case basis. What is best for your child? I'm going to sit back and say, this is still a sticky subject, just on the strength. Again, it's a case by case basis. We are all trying to get our kids to a certain level. And then I like the way the little kids say, hey, I'm thinking about NIL money. Okay. All right. So as a parent, are you investing in your kids so you can get that payoff in the end? I want to know your thoughts. I want to know, what do you guys think about reclassifying in middle school, redshirting at the college level? Is there something that people still do? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I want to keep kind of exploring this. I don't want to just jump out and just say, hey, this is the law. Watch out for this. Watch out for that. I'm just going to say, hey, is the juice worth the squeeze? If you're willing to hold your child back to get some type of competitive advantage or a mature advantage to just be playing with older guys, hey, let's see how it works out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and I will check you guys on the next video.